First of all, we want to be members of the party. In short, it's because of our love for the party that we decided to come out at a time things has gone south. And what do I mean by that? You have a political party that did very well in the last 15, 16 years. And then as a result of internal wranglings and inability to do things the right way, we went into opposition. And then this is almost going to a year after, almost going to 8 years now, and then 8, 9 years, and then going to a year now after the last general election. Now, instead of taking stock on what led to our failures and then being able to come together to set an agenda to help to revive our political party, the party went to sleep, 100% to sleep. To even call ordinary regular meeting in different state chapters and national levels, nobody was seeing usual party meeting. If party people cannot meet, how do they set an agenda? How do they move forward? And then we now did our internal investigation and discovered that part of the problem is leadership. Now you have a political party that after the exit of Judiciary, the PDP constitution, as you are aware, requires that the acting replacement should come from the zone where the former occupant originated from. So what they should have done almost going to a year ago was for Damagui, as deputy chairman, will step in and call for a next meeting. Was for the North Central to bring a replacement to replace Judiciary. Even if IU is in court, it does not stop anything. After all, when Secondus left and IU came on board, Secondus was in court. It didn't stop anything. Because at the end of the day, even if the court rules otherwise, whosoever that is there, whether as acting or substantive, will give way. So what they should have done was to file a replacement from the North Central to replace Judiciary, pending the conduct of a substantive convention to fill that vacancy completely. But Damago has been in office going to almost a year now. But our problem is not that he's in office illegally. But again, of what value has Damago added to the PDP that lost the general election in 2023? Has he been able to unite the party? Has he been able to tour different states and address the grievances that is dividing party members? Have he been able to bring new members on board? Have he been able to checkmate the mass exodus of people from the party? He has not been able to do that. Has he been able to find new source of funding for the party? No. Has he been able to create a room to energize our grassroots mobilization? No. And even we that are in the parliament, has he been able to even interface for us or set agenda for us? No. So we now ask ourselves that, how can we have somebody who is just answering acting chairman just on paper, but in terms of action is not existing? Everybody in Nigeria agrees that PDP is sleeping. Everybody in Nigeria agrees that PDP is not providing that frontal role as leading opposition party in the country. And we're talking about Nigeria, that is the hotbed of democracy in Africa. And it's supposed to be the hotbed of constructive opposition in Africa. But now you have a PDP that is like it's not existing. And the reason is that we have a national chairman who has been able to get himself in bed, political bed, with those that he's supposed to be opposing. And because of that, he's unable to wield the beast stick against every members of the party and lacks the capacity to galvanize party members into action. And we now say, we have taken the part of internal reach out. Well, these things didn't start today. We have been talking to them, we have been calling them, we have been meeting with them. That we can't run this political party like this. Why do you call it a political party? There's no activities here. That is why we now came out as a matter of last resort to say, constitutionally, you're not supposed to be in office. This is the position that belongs to North Central. Step aside and let the North Central people bring the acting chairman for this great party. And secondly, let that acting chairman that is coming open the stage for reconciliation, for reforms, and disparate actions. This party must be run like a political partisan association. If you don't agree to the terms and conditions, you can leave. That's why the Constitution gave you opportunities to join any political party of your choice. There have been former members of our party that have left. Some have been successful, some have been unsuccessful. But the point remains that if you are to run PDP, it must be PDP by membership, not PDP by math and action and activities that of another political party. And that is why we came together and 60 of us resolved in our meeting to say Damago must go, and the parties will use the opportunity of the belated neck meeting. Because when people say, oh, there's neck meeting, one day you can get wait. Neck meetings is almost 1 year. A party that could not call National Executive Committee meeting, that could not call a convention, is that a political party? Because we put this pressure, finally you have fixed Thursday. And we're saying, let us not miss the opportunity of that Thursday, which is to ensure that we have an acting national chairman for the party, to also set the tune for disciplining those who feel they are above the party. If you don't bring discipline into this establishment, people continue to add the way they like, and there's no way we can make progress. And that is why we said that Damagu staying in office is unconstitutional. He doesn't have the constitutional right to continue to stay in office. Secondly, that he lacks the capacity. You see, this is something that people don't like mentioning. That's why at times most of them will be ranting and accusing me or saying all sorts of things. But it does not matter. The difference between me and them is that I know the time, I know moments where I'm supposed to speak up without looking at the person's face. Some of them are my friends, but I have to say the truth. The truth here is that Damagu lacks the capacity to run the People's Democratic Party. Based on the party content, he lacks that capacity. I'm also talking in terms of performance and action. If you cannot call ordinary meetings of the party, if you cannot touch the states, if you cannot step in when things, okay, look at when they were decimating us in Plateau, an election that we won genuinely, our House of Rep and Senators, they were using a pre-election issue that Supreme Court have decided. Did our party man lead us to a battlefront? He was nowhere to be found, because those people who were doing those things are also his friends. Now look at when we faced the same thing in Imo, the issue of pre-election issue of venue of primary. Did our party chairman speak up? Look at the crisis in Kano. Look at the crisis in Ondo. What is Damagu saying? Has he even gone on any troubleshooting since that time? Look at what happened in Rivers when people moved away from the party and wanted to steal the mandate of the People's Democratic Party. Did he confront her? Did he lead the NWC in solidarity to that state to show support to our governor in that state? Damagu did not do that, because Damagu is friends with those who wants to uproot the PDP and who doesn't want the PDP to move forward. That's why we now said, going forward, the first thing in the interest of everybody and the interest of the party is that Damagu should step aside and let the North Central fight their replacement, so that we can have the opportunity of starting the rebuilding, reconciliation and reform process in the party. We have said that even if he goes on today, even if he goes down on Thursday, they are both descended. The point that we needed to make it loud and clear that going forward, this is the direction we need to go, especially on Thursday. But if they choose on Thursday to say, okay, maybe they call them from Villa and say, oh, leave Damagu there. Didn't you see the video that is circulating where some of them have even gone to the ridiculous level where they now say, when they shout PDP, they say APC. When they shout APC, they say PDP. These are members of our party. Some of them are even local government chairmen, even in Rivers. So that will show you the mindset of those who are doing this thing. It has become like a joke, something that have never been seen in the annal of opposition politics or party politics in Nigeria. Even when Asuwaju ran AC, when he didn't agree with the AD and formed the AC, even with one state, they were able to give constructive and energetic opposition in Nigeria. Just one state, Wilai Mohammed. Even when they went to ACN, they were more stronger. Even when Buhari them did CPC, they were more stronger before they came together to form the APC. What is this joke going on in PDP now? It's a total joke. And it is because we love the party. That's why we're saying, let this joke stop. And not just only Damagu. Some of the governors, I will tell you, some of them are my friends, are also part of this problem, because they seem to be comfortable aligning with the ruling government and refusing to step forward and categorically say this is. Remember the old days of PDP, when the governors of PDP would step out and make a decision. The days of whether Donald Duke, Ibori, Ojus Okalo, the days of even Saraki Dem, Amechi, and so on and so forth. All those other class of governors, or Oyinlola, Olagunso, Oyinlola, Agagu, and so on. These were days when men were men. If PDP comes out to say something, to stand like that, even if the national chairman does not want to go.
They were the ruling party at that time.
No, even when they went into opposition, even after they went into opposition, the party was still strong to some extent. And if a national chairman is becoming a problem, they will show him the way out. And now you have Damagu, a deputy national chairman, who was supposed to call a next meeting to elect substantive officers of the party, especially the acting national chairman. What offense is there? These guys here doesn't even they operate from they're an extension of APC. Which fences were they mending? Okay, what fences have been made in Abia? Did you see any move? What fences have been made in Rivers? What fences have been made in Imo? What fences have been made in Kano? What fences have been made in Benue? All these ISIS, where all these crises are coming from. There have not been any. Have they gone to any of those states? Have you seen them call any stakeholder from any of these over 15 states that have crisis? They were just sitting there, fueling and encouraging the crisis. There have not been any first mending. But somebody somewhere is telling them not even to call the next meeting. Relax your opposition against the government. Just stay there, let PDP remain like this until when we are ready to resurrect it. And I say that is childish. None of those people, they were not there when the founding fathers of this party labored so hard to build this political party. If today, Elese Ekweme or Solomon La Abubakar Rimi is alive, with some of those people who are talking about PDP, I'll do this, would they be speaking? What is their pedigree? So the point I'm trying to make here is that If we want PDP to survive, we have to start by asking hard questions, taking hard decisions. It does not matter who will be affected, because a political party, once you stand on front, on the wheel of that movement for political party to mobilize and capture political power, you have no use to that political party. It does not matter who, even if you're a president, it does not matter. They remove you out of the war and the party will move, because it's like a trend. And now we're talking about we need to bring the party together. We need to bring discipline into the party. And some people feel such things should not happen now because they are not ready to play politics, or because they want to take a revenge on their political party. Let me say this. If tomorrow I have legal issues or I have challenges with the PDP and I feel I should not be a member of this party and I want to withdraw and find another political party to pursue any ambition I will have in future, I should be man enough to do that. I do not need to stay in PDP like a child, ranting and destroying and breaking glasses. That is childish. And that's why I said, those who are doing it, why are you doing this? If you have political maturity, look at when Kwankwaso decided to leave. He went and built NMPP and was able to win Kano with other parliamentary seats. When Obi left to form Labour Party, he decimated the party even in the southeast. And I asked, when Mimiko left to go to Labour Party, and I'm asking these people, say, if you are strong as you are saying, if you have that followership and the way, and you are sure you have that capacity, why are you crying like a baby? Why are you pulling down the house? Why are you destroying things? Leave and go to wherever you want to go. And for a party leadership that have seen that some of their members have sworn to pull down the party, if you are a strong political party, if you have honor in you as a political party, you wear the big stick against such people. Because one of the essence of political party is to win election. Apart from democratic process encouragement and mobilization of people and so on, one of the functions is to win political party, to be able to change the lives of the people for the better. And if somebody comes in that political party and says, no, we'll make sure this party does not win any election again, should you be doing reconciliation with him? Because he has gone to the extreme, he has crossed the red line. You're not just only removing, you kick him out, you disgrace him out. There's nothing he can do. You disgrace him out because it's a voluntary organization that has set agendas and goals. And like I told you, if I have issues with the party and I want to leave tomorrow, I will leave. I don't need to start causing trouble around the party. So that's why we're seeing, we are the ones who love the party more here, because we are the ones that is worried that the ones, Africa biggest opposition platform have been reduced to something that is under the table, and the leadership has gone to bed while hanging the flag somewhere. And we are saying, for us to start, we need to start the process of uniting the party. We have to start the process of ensuring that the people that are supposed to be occupying that position, which is non-strength, assume that position, get somebody that have that capacity to unite everybody, to do the troubleshooting in different parts of the country. There's a trouble in over 18 states. Even if you remove Damagu today, there are still those problems. But what we're saying is that now that we have seen this one, that does not have the capacity to even call ordinary meeting, that doesn't have the capacity to lead us to any action, first of all, give way. And then we'll bring somebody who we believe should have that capacity. Then he will start the work. The work, there's plenty of work that his removal will not solve. So when you remove him, you have a window to bring a national chairman or acting national chairman who can call other stakeholders, and they will have confidence and come to meeting. And then we'll start the process of rebuilding. There's a lot that needs to be done. A lot of things has gone wrong in the last 8-9 years that the party lost political. It's the first time they are losing political power in the last 8-9 years. So they're not used to this kind of situation. Most of them were used to, government patronage and influence and so on and so forth. And that's why you can see some of them now gravitating towards APC, because they are like fish that if you remove out of water, they cannot survive in 1 second. That's why you see all of them now running kitty, either to be one thing or the other, so that they can find food, bread and water to be eaten. So now that you see that there are some people who have kept faith, then you go back and start the mobilization. By now, we should be discussing about, are we going to do it alone? Do we need to bring in people? Do we need to have merger? Do we need to have alliance and counter-alliance here and there? These are the conversation. But here we have not been able to build the house, not to talk of engaging outside, because no outsider will want to engage with you when you know that in the house there is discordant tune, there is crisis left, right, and center. And that is why I said leadership is important, but not the solution. But let's get the leadership right so that we can have a chance to rebuild. First of all, I don't work for Chinda. That is one. And two, is my friend and my colleague. But I have this message for him. First of all, you don't bring in the issue of minority caucus, because we're not interested in that. Minority caucus is made up of Labour Party, NMPP, APUGA, SDP, and so on and so forth. You don't use it for settling political scores. Because now, we spoke as opposition coalition of the PDP. People's Democratic Party. Is it that they didn't go to school to read the lines very well? PDP, Opposition Coalition Caucus. The PDP members, the people you saw there were the represented, and they were PDP members. Now, replying me with minority caucus and trying to drag House of Representative into it is childish. Something I don't want to get involved. This has nothing to do with House of Representative. It has nothing to do with the minority caucus. This is purely an internal affairs of the People's Democratic Party, and I want members of PDP only to gauge in it. So don't drag people in Labour Party to be advising, or people people in NNPP. So because he has nothing to do with minority caucus, he has nothing to do with the House of Representatives, we should focus on the issue, which is about the internal affairs of political or People's Democratic Party, which has gone south, with a leadership that does not have the capacity to drive the reforms, with a leadership that have allowed renegade forces to continue to threaten the party from one point to another. People who have benefited from the party all their lives, and how to bring in that discipline, that is the most important thing. And coming to even the other aspect of it, if you say you are leading the minority, in that case you are leader of the opposition, you should search your conscience so that you don't start making people to start asking questions whether you are even doing well. Because if things are like this, if whether in the entire minority or in the People's Democratic, the question would be, are you indeed leading the opposition? This is a question I want him to answer himself. And in order to avoid us going to that aspect, I want him to stay clear of this matter. If he has no other thing to say as a member of People's Democratic Party, he should not drag outside influence or outside interest into, so that we don't ask outside questions that can bring trouble for everybody. So let's leave that aspect completely and focus on the main issue, which is that as members of People's Democratic Party, we have the constitutional right to ask our party question. After all, we elected representative on the platform of the party. We are flying the flag of the party right here, even as you are talking to me. So we have a right to ask our party question. We have a right to advise, and that is what we did as a group of like minds, 60 of us. And we are not threatening anybody. We are saying that if you don't want to run the People's Democratic Party in line with democratic tenets or party politics, and that you want to run a political party that takes instruction from secretariat of another political party, you want to run a political party that officially members of that party or some leaders in that party wakes up and say, we will ensure that our party does not win any federal election, and the national leadership say that is okay, and going to dinner and breakfast with such people, then I ask myself, actually, will you say I'm inside the political party? Because if I'm inside the political party, there's rules of a political party, which is to mobilize, which is to capture political power for the general good of the Nigerian people. And then here you have members who are saying, we're not interested in winning the election. We're going to suspend the flag until 2027. And you now say I should continue to remain in that political party. That's why we now say that if they say that the best thing is to continue to have a national chairman who acts on behalf of APC, and continue to have a group of people who have vowed that they will crush your political party, and all of them are in APC, and you don't have any problem with that. And if they continue to say that caretaker list that is being composed will be peopled with people who are category members of APC, then we now said we have to now go back and reconsider our membership for that political party, whether there is even need for us to remain in that arrangement called PDP APC, or we should find another opportunity where we can. If you listen carefully to what we said we're going to reconsider our political engagement and legal engagement going forward, because there's many way out of it. And what is that way out of it? People have talked about the issue of merger and alliances and so on and so forth. If there is a merger today of these political parties or these like minds, the constitution gives an exception that as a condition upon which you can defect without losing your seat. But we are saying that is the extreme option. That is the last phase, that we are praying to God Almighty not to get to that point where we are going to be looking at taking extreme decision. That there is still a way out of this, and the way out of it is to sit up, take charge, remove the acting national chairman, and put the right acting national chairman from the North Central, install discipline back to the party, and set agenda, and start the mobilization, the reconciliation, the reforms, that we still have a time, we can do this. But the way we are standing today, we are not marketable. We can't do it because internally we are up in arms against each other. How can you say I'm running faster? This is 10 months. If people like us have not been shouting for this snake meeting, do you think they would have called for this meeting? So what is fast? The point we're saying that 10 months is enough to start the rebuilding. So there's nothing fast here. Things are going wrong. Things are going wrong in the country. The citizens expect us to lead as opposition political party, to give constructive criticism, which will even help government, the ruling government, to perform better for the overall good of Nigerian people. But we're not analyzing policies. We don't even know those policies because we are busy, fighting and doing yeoman's job for people who are not members of our political party. And I said, I don't have any problem with anybody supporting any person for president. That's not a problem. But what I'm saying that if it is a political party, you stay in your party, respect your party, play by the rule of your party. And if you feel you don't like it, you can go and join that person so you can work for that person better. You do not need to be these things. That is not how politics is played. I've not seen it in NDC in Ghana. Neither have I seen it in Senegalese election that the opposition came together and were able to win. I don't see it in South African opposition. So where are they learning this PDP APC mentality of you stay in PDP, you proudly be telling people I will kill this my party tomorrow, I will bury it, and some people that are supposed to be responsible are clapping for such renegade activities. So I'm calling on the governors also, because if the governors have not been watching things, if they have stepped forward like it have been done in traditions of PDP over the years and say, no, this is not the party we prayed for. This is how it should be. People will respect it because they are key leaders of our party in different states. But whereby they feel like some of them don't care and are pampering those people, then that is why, indiscipline is growing more, because now somebody say, I will make sure you don't win in 2027, and you are massaging his back with massage oil. What do you expect the other one to be doing in the ward and in the rural area? Everybody is following the same. That's why people are not going to rallies and shouting PDP, APC, APC, PDP, because they feel this is now a joke. So restoring discipline, restoring order is the hard part. And it's only people who have courage that must take that part. And that is why I said the governors must step forward on Thursday. Because the whole country is watching them. If they go and say, okay, they want to leave those people who are being, financed by pro-APC elements, people will laugh at them. Because when the hurricane will come, like some people thought it was a joke when they were asking them, unite the party, bring everybody on board, bring Kwankwaso on board, bring Obi on board, they thought it was a joke. Some of them lost their seats, some of them lost their state. The hurricane swept them out. So you don't know what is going to happen again. So you don't know whether it will affect you. So we are losing foothold. We are losing axis that used to be our stronghold day by day. So even this little state you have that you think that is alpha and omega, you may lose it at the next election, because those you are working for may take it. They may be promising you today that they are with you, but they will take it away from you. And I say they should learn from the man some of them are working for. They should learn from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is a grounded opposition leader who started from when he left the AD to AC, and just with one state, and Lai Mohammed and other team, BC Akande, built it into ACN. From that same ACN, they forged a strong alliance, one of the biggest in Nigerian history, to form the APC and took power from us. Well, even though in certain cases he may be friends with people in government in the PDP, but have you ever seen him shouting like a baby all over the place, I will kill my ACN, I will kill AD? When AD was not working for him, he went to ACN. From there to APC. So even when Buhari, it didn't work out for him in AMPP. He wasn't jumping around like a baby around AMPP doing your man. He went to CPC. When CPC was not working, he went to APC. So where is these people learning this childish attitude from? That you stay in PDP and be wishing PDP dead and be fighting PDP. You should be man enough to leave. That's my own point. And where you don't want to respect yourself to leave, the leadership should have the boss to kick you out from the window. And I say I cannot belong to a political party where some people think that they own the party. I belong to that party. So if maybe before I was elected, people do it, I am in this party, I'm elected, I'm a flag bearer in this party. So if other people have kept quiet, the Kenya cannot keep quiet. You can't do this to a political party that I belong to. But if the leadership say they're okay with this abracadabra, then so be it. Like I told you, so 60 of us will reconsider our membership. And I will just say that it's very decisive to show the seriousness with which the party stakeholders want the party to move forward. And the way they handle it on Thursday will go a long way to reinforce or depress the confidence people will have in their capacity to rebuild. Because we're not running yet. We need to rebuild. So for people to have confidence that you can rebuild, that what you do on Saturday will go a long way in showing whether you have that capacity and confidence, to emerge from all these crises and set the foundation for rebuilding. But if they say they don't want to rebuild, they just want to be doing it like, the way Alimbo the Sheriff, they used to run NMPP and APP. It is because, like I told you, the kind of leadership we have. When you have a national chairman who goes in the evening with those who are loyalists of APC, and I said it boldly, and I told him, if not, what have you been doing since 10 months? Why have we not even said the word? Why have we not set an agenda for PDP? Why have we not called next meeting? That's because of belated next meeting of Thursday. I should clap for you. 10 months, you didn't call statutory meetings as required by the Constitution. If you belong to a company and you couldn't call management meeting for over a year, people should clap for you because you fixed it last minute. Things has gone wrong. A lot of things have been destroyed in the rural areas. This thing that is happening in Abuja is affecting activities in the world, and mobilizers are moving into different political parties. And you're here in Abuja blowing grab and say you called meeting on Thursday. And even in that meeting, we are hearing rumors of those who wants to give him a vote of confidence. So if you go there and Nigerians are watching, and then you say you're giving him a vote of confidence, shame on them. Because the shame will not be on me. I think the history will know that when this thing was going south, we are among the few 60 of us that come up and say this thing is going south, let it be done this way. We don't have confidence in what we are doing. So if at the end of the day they decide to say they don't want to make use of the opportunity that will come on Saturday, and they decide to do one abracadabra, the 60 of us will go back and meet and take the next stage. We are not scared of anything. We owe our party a duty as people that have benefited from the party to say that the direction you are going is the direction that AMPP went, is the direction CPC went, is the direction AD went, is the direction Labour is going now. That direction will lead you to just crash. You crash land. Nothing will come out. There will be nothing that will come out of that wreckage. It will be total destruction. And those who are promoting it want the party to crash land, so that when they finish Whatever they're doing, they'll come in 2027 after and they start rebuilding for their own selfish interest. But why will people be playing such God with their face and future of numerous millions of party members across parts of the country? That's why we said no. We want something, these things to change. Okay, my friend. So do I need to be anti anybody? I don't need to be any. Whenever I'm discussing issues of institutional change or democracy or something, there's nothing personal about it. It doesn't know me. I know him. He's my friend. We don't have any issue. The most important thing that is critical here is, I don't know, unless he's accepting that he's one doing it. We are tackling issues here. There's nothing. I don't know why people are trying to reduce this to. I don't want to get involved in all those. These are not where how I'm raised. There's no issue here. The most important thing, which is one, these people have decamped. And the very moment they decamped, there was no crisis in the party. Their seat is automatically vacant. And that declaration by the 4 members, that is constitutional. They are no longer lawmakers. And now they went further to start changing laws. When they finished meeting in one bedroom in Emoha, have any of you seen their proceeding? Is it not press conference they call? So when they get instruction, they go to one bedroom in Emoha and come out and say, oh, we have changed the local government law. Oh, we have changed this. Without even sending it to the government, they override it. You change a law that says local government chairman will stay in office at the expiration of their term. That is 10-year extension. In that case, one day somebody will wake up and extend the tenure that governors can stay in office without election. Anybody that loves democracy will say, hey, stop. It's nonsensical. Stop. Don't do that. Because if somebody's tenure have expired, it's constitutional. That tenure expires. You go for another mandate. So when I say that amendment is baseless, apart from the fact that they are no longer lawmakers. They're not even supposed to be parading as lawmakers. In a decent society, they should be arrested for impersonation. So the remaining members who didn't defect, who remember they have declared those seats vacant, should assume leadership. If they don't have an acting speaker because the former acting speaker is now a chief of staff, they should. I said they should announce a speaker. Heavens will not fall now. Announce a speaker. These people are known to law. It is because they have not even announced a speaker that these people are also going from one bedroom in Imoha and Abuja and then announcing, making all those statements that are making left, right, and center. I said that, and I also said that we have gotten intelligence. The matter, go to Federal High Court. As we're saying that people have introduced litigation, didn't you see the court order that is saying now that secondaries cannot attend the next meeting? When we are involved in intra-party crisis and somebody goes to a court on a Friday night and then on a Monday morning, even before, that is, how did he even file the suit and how was the suit even assigned? And then on Monday morning before 9 a.m., the court have issued an ex parte order that secondaries, a member of PDP, cannot attend the meeting of PDP. You see, this is start becoming childish. Just for somebody to go Umuna meeting, kindred meeting, political party meeting, you get an injunction and stop him. I feel these things are things that are destroying our judiciary, destroying our democratic process. It is petty, it is childish, and this is why people should stand up and speak up against it. Because when ordinary neck meeting, somebody goes to court on Friday night, on Monday, there's an injunction that somebody should not attend the meeting. That we have also had. That people have also gone to shopping for an injunction. To now say that those laws that I don't know what they call the guy, the former members who are claiming to be honorable members of the House of Assembly, those laws they claim to have amended based on an announcement from one bedroom in Emoha that the law should be legal. They want to get an injunction so that those local government chairmen will continue to remain in office even if it is 200 years. All these things are not. And that's why I'm raising alarm and saying the court, stay away from this reverse thing. Because all of us, our eyes are open now, we're watching. Stay away. Don't let anybody ruin your reputation. Because there's nothing you will do now that our eyes will not see. As PDP opposition lawmakers here, we will fight it, we will see it, we will confront it. So don't get involved. Allow the right thing to be done. Don't drag the judiciary into this abracadabra. Our nation should go past beyond all this kind of petty nonsense. If from Thursday, the governors are able to muster the courage to now say with all this that is happening, the let us do the right thing. Come up with leadership that have that capacity to reform, that have that capacity to rebuild, that have that capacity to reconcile, that have the capacity to discipline. Once they come up with that, they will have laid the foundation. The rebuilding can now start in different states and different LUG, the reconciliation, the forgiveness of one another. But reckless indiscipline, like vowing that if PDP will never win again and all those kind of statements, no, those ones, you don't need reconciliation.
And
you
if kick at the end of the
person
day,
out
if
of the
after
way. We believe strongly that our party have had us. We have talked to a lot of party leaders in the last few days. We believe that they had us, and we believe that they're also monitoring the mood of party members, which you can see all over the country. More voices are joining in calling for these reforms. But if our leaders say no, or their friends in APC say no, Don't listen to these lawmakers. Don't listen to these party members who want to continue to run it as PDP, APC. Then, like we told you, we go back. We have the legal option, which we are going to explore, and we have other political conversation options, alliances and mergers and so on, that will go back again and find a way, because we cannot remain in call ourselves PDP member when our leadership is APC. We can't stay in such a political party. So that is why if they don't do the right thing, then we'll go back again. It's not a threat, it's a fact. I can't remain in a party I don't know which political party is running it. If I want to be in PDP, it must be led by PDP and those committed in PDP, those disciplined enough to respect party decision. And if you feel like I told you, you don't like what is happening in the party, you have a constitutional right to go to another political party. They should go to another political party and not stay inside the party and say they want to bring it down. Like I told you, if I have an issue any day and I take it up with them and it's not addressed and I feel I don't have any legal basis to be here, I can seek the legal route to find a place where I can be better taken care of. It's my right. But to stay in PDP and then draw the AK-47 to shoot down the party, I think that is childish, is the height of political treason, and nobody should encourage that.